Chief of the General Staff, you're a fool. We have nothing to fight with, we have no shells. There, the guys are dying for us, but here we sit. Damn, we don't help.
This video marked a new round of conflict between the head of the Wagner Private Military Company, Yevgeny Prigozhin, and the Russian Ministry of Defense. The rudeness of the Wagner mercenaries so shocked the Kremlin propagandists that they declared it the work of the Ukrainian special services. And it turned out later, no. Prigozhin confirmed the authenticity of the video.
I went to the guys in the dugouts. Have you seen any of the Ukrainian nationalists here now? And I didn't see. When you sit in a warm office, the problems of the front line are hard to hear. Yevgeny Prigozhin, head of the Wagner Private Military Company, on Telegram.
Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. Following this axiom, Prigozhin decided to shift the blame for the failure at Bakhmut to the head of the Russian General Staff, Valery Gerasimov. After all, the capture of Bakhmut was supposed to be a personal triumph for Putin's cook, but it didn't happen.
Apparently, for Prigozhin, this is a way to knock out additional resources for himself, as well as to demonstrate his strength, to show that he is not afraid of anyone. Maybe he wants to remove Gerasimov, I do not exclude this. Maybe, I don't know whom they want to make, maybe Surovikin, chief of the general staff, or someone else. That is the first success with the removal of Lapin and the appointment of Surovikin, but perhaps Prigozhin was inspired, as it were, and perhaps he now decided to move on and achieve new successes.
This time Prigozhin's bold attack did not go unanswered. State Duma Deputy General Viktor Sobolev said that Wagner Private Military Company should be put in its place long ago.
Prigozhin, although not from the outside, but let's be honest and frank, he has a private military company and this is illegal. Now the situation has stabilized, the measures taken by the General Staff and the Ministry of Defense are yielding results. Wagner Private Military Company should have been put in its place for a long time. They do not play such a role in the special operation zone to dictate their terms. Viktor Sobolev, former commander of the 58th Army, member of the State Duma Committee on Defense, in a comment to the Russian news agency.
Prigozhin's influence has grown so much that it will not work to return him to his previous position, the Grey Cardinal of the shadow mercenary Russian army, experts say. He challenges not only the officials of the Ministry of Defense. His last impartial statement was addressed to the ex-president of Russia and now Putin's advisor Dmitry Medvedev.
And these two factors are Putin's sympathy for a long time, ties with Putin, Putin's disposition in connection with the active operations of the Wagner PMC in Donbass, and on the other hand, the fact that he has become such a favorite of the war party on Russian social networks. And when they, together with Kadyrov, actually removed one of the commanders of this special military operation in the Donbass, General Lapin, it seems that Prigozhin suffered a little.
According to another version of experts, Putin has become more distrustful of his own entourage. That is why, with the help of Prigozhin, he pushes his close associates against their foreheads.
This is Putin's main method of managing when his subordinates fight among themselves. In this situation he feels comfortable because he understands that they will not conspire with each other and everyone will follow each other and report on each other. This is such a standard Committee for State Security method of management. Among other things, specifically with regard to Prigozhin, Putin is interested in shining through him as much as possible, because he sends a signal to the West that don't even think about overthrowing me. Because if not me, then Prigozhin.
It is difficult to accurately assess the degree of corrosion of relations in Putin's elites. After all, only the tip of the iceberg is visible. But what is definitely for sure is that the contradictions in the power wing of the Russian government are growing, which, according to experts, is bringing the military and political collapse of Russia closer. Reported by Roman Smoler, Vasil Panasuk, UATV News.